everybody, welcome back to our study in 8 Great Traits from 2 Peter chapter 1. It's Jeff Hopper with Tracy Hanson, and we're going to talk about our next trait. We're actually pretty far down the line. We've talked about faith, and we've talked about goodness and knowledge and self-control and perseverance, and today we want to talk to you about godliness. Now you might think, how in the world are they going to tie this in with golf? But golf has this aspect to it, and frankly most sports do,
right,
where there's a recognition by the athletes who play it that the game, they'll say, is bigger than they are. And it inspires integrity, and it inspires tradition and adherence to tradition, and this recognition of things that have gone before and things that will endure after that are greater than the player. What are some of those things in golf?
You know, even with all the rules changes that have happened over the last 10 years in the game, there is still this base honor system in golf.
Right, yeah.
That there are no referees with you on the golf course in your foursome, typically, unless it's the U.S. Open. And so we're on an honor system. So you got to know the rules, play by the rules, honor your playing partners, respect for the golf course, and you know, when you leave the golf course, leave it in good shape. You know, don't tear it up.
Right. Rake the bunkers.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, you got players in front of you and behind you,
Right.
and so how can you leave the golf course in the same condition that you're playing, so that they can play it as well?
Right. Yeah, that's good. It's interesting because as we've had some transgressions that were maybe accidental sometimes, that get picked up by TV.
Right.
Now we have, guess what enters in? The law enters in. We have to have this thing, and we have to have that. And all of those things actually help kind of undermine that base honor in the game. I'm thinking of, like, where I play, the Golf Association has now said you cannot post scores from rounds that you play alone.
Oh, interesting.
Which is, it kind of undermines the honor that we've always said is behind the game.
Yeah.
But the odd thing is that the reversal to that is legalism.
Right.
So here we have godliness. And godliness says, basically, I recognize that God is in heaven and I'm on earth. And that means he's eternal. And I'm here for a while. And when my life recognizes that God endures, it changes the way I behave entirely. And I don't live according to all these little specific rules. In fact, in Galatians, Paul said, here are the fruit of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Against such things there is no law. So when godliness is in place, we don't need all the rules.
Right.
We need a base rule: honor in golf, God in his heaven, and suddenly we know how to behave.
I love that. And what I'm thinking is, like, it's a heart intention.
Yes.
Like, what is the intention of our heart? And if our intention of our heart is godliness and the fruit of the Spirit, the same thing can be true on the golf course. What is our heart intention for our round that day, personally and with our foursome?
Right. Yeah. What am I going after here? So here I am, living anywhere, on the golf course, off the golf course, and what I'm really living to do, and this might be from your catechism, is give glory to God. That's what godliness is.
Yeah.
My life, what I'm adding to that faith, is trying to reflect who God is to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a great reminder.
Yeah, it is a great reminder. Well, we have a couple more traits to do, so we'll be back with you next week.